So another video in car, founder in car video, and today we will discuss what is of real importance. Is it financial independence or is it something else? In my opinion, it is freedom. Freedom and even more important than that is being a good person. And why is that intertwined? If you have freedom, or you act upon your freedom, because everyone has a certain degree of freedom, you can make the best decisions. You're not making decisions for someone else, you're making decisions that are the best in your case, oftentimes, but also even more often, especially if you're a father, you make decisions that are more important to your children than they are to you, because you want to be good for your loved ones. Same if you are a husband, you want to take care of your spouse. Same if you are a son, you want to take care of your parents and you put their requirements above yours. Same if you are a friend. So those are the things that are of real importance, and freedom will help you make the best choices and help them out. Whereas if you are a slave, or you feel like you're a slave, you have far less ability to do the right thing. And that's the importance in this topic. And freedom you can get to a degree if you have some financial freedom as well, so that you're less dependent or independent. So it will help in the grand scheme of things, but it's not the most important. You can be financially independent but a bad guy, someone that is not good for his family, someone that's not good for his children, for his friends, for his environment. Then you do the wrong things. And you can be financially independent and then you get ill. So what's there in life? If you're a good person and you also abide by the good laws, and the laws, what is good, what is right, is one person telling you over the other, and they might have conflicting views. What is good and what is right is there in another way, and I will tell you. If you buy a car, for example this Suzuki Swift Sport Hybrid, and you want to look how its intended use is and how you can enjoy it very long, you often look at the owner manual. And the owner manual is written by the producer of your car. So, in this case Suzuki. Suzuki has created this car and also tells us uses how to make best use of it. It's the same with us with life. God, which name is Jehovah or Yahweh, has created humankind on a globe that he also created, in a solar system that he created, in the universe that he created. And he tells us how we can best act to be happy and also make him happy. And why is it important that you also make him happy? Next to that he is the creator and he deserves that right. Because if you make your creator happy, he promises us, even when we die, even when terrible things are happening, you get mortally ill or whatever, he will solve that problem. He will also solve the problem of your loved ones. And even if they are very ill, he can make them better again. In paradise, he promised to do that. In the same paradise, he promises that if you died while you being loyal to him, or you did not have the chance to prove your loyalty to him yet, then he can reinstate you. He can let you live again. So even if you die and something really bad happens, if you were a good person, this is the ticket back into the game. And the other thing, at least as important of course, is that all the suffering done in this time is not that important anymore, because you want to get to the other side. And of course, I will try to give you pointers and hints how to also live this life good, very good, but you will act from a place of power instead of fear. And with the power that you have, because you know whatever happens, if you're a good guy, you can live again, even if you die. And if you live again in that paradise, or you just make it to the paradise without going to die, He will also promise you that He will make everything better. He will give us a body and a mind without flaws, and we can live forever. So that places everything into perspective, in my opinion. And by doing so, you will feel this freedom, and this freedom will focus you at doing the right things. Hope this helps. Founder in Car, out. So hello, another Founder in Car, and today we will talk about a little bit more personal, especially if you're a father and you're in a situation of a divorce, and you have a divorce that you did not do on the right terms. I'm not going to say who was at fault here, but you will feel very frustrated. And why is that? Because you are unable to care for your children the way you want to, even if the judge has said that this is the best way, that they have as much contact with father as possible. If you're dealing with someone who is not putting the interest of the children first, but trying to get, in their opinion, even at you, or they want to cross you in any way, shape or form, or a little bit less extreme, they want to cross you in many ways, is going to harm you. It's going to harm you through your children. And why is that? Because as a father, you love your children, and when they touch you through your children, this will hurt. They might have none effect anymore on you personally, but they will through your children. So it's of great importance that you see this negativity, embrace it, and understand what you try to do, what you can do, but it's limited. In the Netherlands it's limited, because you might be completely right, you might have all the rights to get it, but still, if someone is not willing to abide to those rules or laws or rights, or you as a person, then you have a situation that will harm you to your children. And more important so, and oftentimes this is really ripping my heart apart, is they will harm your children a lot, because they have their vision and try to make a story why this, how they can tell the story why they think it is feasible what they're doing, but in the meantime damage is done. And the children that are without their father have a bigger chance of getting into criminal system. They have a bigger chance of dropping out of school, getting depressed, and all those things. Whereas if you are separated or divorced or whatever, but you still have a father there as much as possible, you see that those children are flourishing compared to those that are in a divorced situation but are obstructed to have access to their father, because the father has a positive role, a very positive role. This is the conclusion of many studies. And of course you have some fathers that don't want to have anything to do with their children, but those are not the parents that will be harmed through this, because they didn't want to have any contact with the children anyway. This will harm the fathers that are really there for their children, trying to do their best, every day, even though they have a lot of resistance. But the trick is, it is not a cure, but a trick to keep you functioning as good as possible, which is not as good as it could be, of course, but to see this, embrace what you can do, accept what you can't do, and move on. Keep positive, keep going forward. Don't let yourself be pushed into a depression, because they want to damage you. They want to damage you. And as long as you're positive, you can have your positive influence. You can have your positive influence with your children. If you're yourself being hurt and you're not able to do this anymore, then you also have less to offer to your children when the time will change. And the time will change, of course, because children, they will also grow themselves. They will become mature persons, and they will know in the end that they can make their own decisions. So things will change, and you should be there for that moment. In the meantime, you try to do whatever you can, but you are not an emotional body bag that they are slamming to. You should also protect yourself and just keep it business-like, the communication, as much as possible. Even if the other person is completely not working together with this, try to get the normal situation in place. Even if you made an appointment, they can still frustrate this. This is painfully damaging, of course, for the communication, but hey, they can do whatever they want. You do not control your ex-partner, but you do control yourself, and you should do whatever you can to be good. Not let yourself be invited to do the same, answer evil with evil, but just try to be positive and good. Don't throw mud. If they want to throw mud or spray ink, let them do so. That's their choice. It's not yours. You're not like them. You're different. You want to become the best version of yourself, and you work hard to get there every day. And what they do, that's on to them. If they want to improve themselves, you will applaud that, because you don't hold a grudge. You want them to succeed, and by being more happy, they will also have less negative impact on you. Because if their only world is how to get at you, even to the children, and perhaps the time that they have with the children without doing anything constructive on other sides, they will focus on you. They will focus on you. And that's a bad thing. Bad for the children, bad for you. So all the positivity is good. And even if something is you're mistreated, try to treat them with dignity as much as possible. And if there's something good there, you have the perfect conditions to extract it. And you really hope that this will happen, because this will be good for the children, will be good for the other person, and will be good for you. But even if it did not happen, you tried what you could do. Vauno en Cor, out.